Hi Stephen, thanks for joining us today. Could you describe your original intent in helping to organise the Muster on the Battle Green event?
My intent was to raise awareness about Second Amendment issues that are going on. I wanted to put a message across that a lot of people, even in Massachusetts, still support the Second Amendment and appreciate it for what it's needed for. I was hoping to get a large amount of people to let them know that we're aware of what's going on with legislation and that we oppose it. And I was hoping to raise awareness with the people that were on the fence about current gun control legislation or didn't even know about it at all.
And did you go ahead and have a scaled-down rally after Lexington selectmen withdrew the permits?
I actually did. I met with a group of people, between 100 and 150 people, to conduct an oath ceremony and to redirect all of my traffic to a new location where I moved the rally to West Springfield. So we had a small rally, small gathering. We're there for about 45 minutes, and then we moved on out to West Springfield for a bigger rally.
So was that as many people as you expected, or were you happy with the turnout?
It wasn't even close to what I expected. Initial numbers before the permit got yanked, I was expecting between 5,000 and 10,000 people, and 5 being a very weak number. So it was quite a cutback from what I was originally expecting.
Did gun rights across America support your decision to have a smaller event?
Initially they did. I spoke with the president, Eric Reed, and I told him that I'd be meeting on the Battle Green to redirect traffic out to West Springfield and to conduct an oath ceremony. And then somehow something changed, and he immediately withdrew his support of me and actually removed me from Gun Rights Across America as the Massachusetts organizer.
Are there any other groups that you support in addition to Gun Rights Across America?
As of right now, I am working with another group called Secure Our Freedom, founded by Sergeant Adrian Breeden from Missouri. It's on Facebook, and there's state chapters, and there's actually a webpage, secureourfreedom.net. I'm working with the Oath Keepers, and I'm working with another organization now that has a no-compromise stance on the Second Amendment. And if anyone chooses to back an organization, the one to back right now is Gun Owners of America with Larry Pratt.
You've decided to challenge the suspension in court. Are you getting any legal or financial support for that challenge?
I've gotten some small contributions at the time being, but I am working on setting up a defense fund. My initial challenge was an emergency injunction and restraining order against the town of Lexington, which cost a few dollars, but I am advancing my fight into higher courts, which is going to cost quite a bit of money. And I will be seeking some support from other freedom activists.
Is there anywhere online that people can help you to donate to you? Is there a page for that?
At the moment there isn't, but I will be setting something up very soon, and I will have it posted on forums like northeastshooters.com, secureourfreedom.net, Facebook obviously, and I do expect full support from Stuart Rhodes at the Oath Keepers as well.
Okay. According to media reports, your event on April the 19th attracted a considerable police presence around the Battle Green. Why were the police out in force, and how did they treat you?
Well, funny thing about the force that was in Lexington that day is that I was required to secure a police detail for my event, which included 4 officers and 1 supervisor. The chief of police in the Board of Selectmen meeting then stated that he felt like he didn't have sufficient resources to offer us protection. So he was claiming that he didn't have the 4 officers and 1 supervisor for the rally. They found out my intent that I was going to the Battle Green anyways that day. And when I showed up, I was met by roughly 25 police officers in riot gear.
Wow.
So he couldn't provide me with the 5 officers total for my event, but he could provide 25 officers to keep me off the Battle Green. I had some people show up before me, and the police were turning them away, telling them if they stepped foot in the Battle Green, they'd be arrested. But when I showed up with a pretty significant group, and they kind of backed down and let us do our thing. It was a little bit overkill. There was no need for police to be in riot gear with bulletproof vests and all that. I think they were just trying to send a message across, but they failed.
Although the Obama administration's drive for new firearms restrictions has bogged down in Congress, Mr. Obama has made it clear that he's not giving up, and his political allies in states like New York and Colorado are moving forward with radical new impositions on the right to armed self-defense. As somebody who is active in the trenches, how do you assess the relative strength of the two sides in this conflict?
Well, Obama says he won't be giving up anytime soon, and I want to assure him that myself and other Second Amendment supporters will not be giving up either. I always try to find the positive of everything, and one great thing about him trying to attack our constitutional rights is that it's woken up a lot of people. A lot of people that were sitting on the fence are no longer doing that, and they're taking a stance against this administration. And the more he opens his mouth, the more people are waking up. So I do encourage his words of tyranny.
Well, Stephen, how can people follow your legal challenge, and what can they do to help?
As I mentioned before, for the donations, I will be updating people through Facebook, northeastshooters.com, and secureourfreedom.net. And I also expect an article to be posted about it on the Oath Keepers website, which is oathkeepers.org.